Yes, sir. Look, it's your boy Hot. One of the great people in my comments wanted me to check something out, put me up on it. This is her name is, and I'm assuming Leanne O'Neal 5803. Man, shout out to you. Appreciate the love. My comment section been treating me like a king. I can't even lie. I've been extremely blessed. I know it's a lot of chaos in a lot of these comment sections. I really only been on the reaction journey for a couple months now, literally. So my comments been treating me like a king. But look, I don't want to digress too far. This is REN. High REN, his official music video. Hadn't done any of his stuff. Really hadn't heard any of his stuff either. So I'm anxious to jump in because, boy, I tell you what, this comment section has not led me astray yet. So we're not gonna hesitate, man. Look, y'all already know what it is. It's hot, man. Top left hand corner. Let's go. Huh. What? Okay, so right out of the gate, and look, and if y'all been on my channel, checked out any of my reactions, boy, I am not too proud to ask any questions. So first of all, I noticed that we're in a wheelchair. It is what it is with the guitar, but the mask on the person that wheeled him in has to have some type of symbolism to it. It's crazy. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Talent on this guitar. Huh.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. First of all, I was nervous. I'm not even gonna say it was the chair or the hospital gown. I was nervous once he started the guitar. Him picking the guitar was dope. I didn't know what to expect. When he started the yodel thing in the beginning, I was thinking, okay, this might be too alternative for my level of alternativeness. But man, quickly, soon as he came in with the bars, what you can see here is this is, or what it feels like is a conversation with either an alter ego or a conversation that he's having with himself, like his evil side or his mental. And the mental that started the song is negative. Right? Like almost like it's the part of his personality is saying, you know, hey, what you trying to do? You trying to escape? You trying to escape me? There's no escaping me. It's no you without me. And then when he came in here on the second part, it was like it was his peaceful side that was responding to the other side of his mentality, almost like a internal good versus evil going on with his mentality, man. We got to go back a little bit on that. That is fire. Let's go.
Lead me, you're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills.
Man, so that's what it is. So this is he's almost addressing the side of him where his mental illness resides. And so this part of him is him saying, hey, I've been putting in the work to change. I needed some time to myself. I've been putting in the work to change. My therapist told me that I'm making progress. Man, this is so hard. Here we go.
So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Oh, so then the mentally unwell side of him said, man, we've been through this a million times. You think your therapist can tell you what to do? Hey, we've been through the 10-step program. Take another pill, calm yourself down. You're not getting rid of me. That's not how this works. You think that's going to work? Good versus evil. In his mental state, good versus evil. And the evil is telling him, hey, man, there's no escaping this. Let's go. Man, I can't believe I ain't heard this before.
This time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself.
Is this his first song or
That's
something?
why I don't think that we should talk.
Or one of his early, some of his early work?
To help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over.
We're not even glazing over that. Hey, that's so hard. Leanne O'Neal, I owe you one. Look, check in with your boy. When you see me on here with something that say Hot Boy Donald, some shirts or some hats or something, and you think you want one, Leanne O'Neal, holla at your boy. I got you. This right here is some of the hardest lyricism that I have heard in a minute. I don't know what he normally does. Is he a hip hop artist? Is he alternative? Is he rap? Probably all of that. But man, this is powerful. This is a powerful song. This is addressing obviously a physical illness and mental illness in a way where he's talking about the constant battle between what his mind is telling him he can be and and that part right there said, hey, there's no you without me. You cut me out, you cut yourself out. There's no separating the two. Look, I got to give it to y'all again. We got to get it again. Here we go.
Doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving.
No cutting me out.
Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren. Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off.
Man, his internal negative person, the negative side, his alter, I'm gonna call it an alter ego for lack of a better term. His negative ego is telling him, you're not special. You think you special? You're not special. Hey, what you doing right here? Eminem already did it. Oh, I did it on the guitar. Somebody else already did it. And here's what's real. This state of mind exists in all of us to a certain level. True mastery is being able to overcome the negative talk in your own head, to continue to work towards who and whatever it is that you're trying to be. Just as a little background on me, I do a boatload of coaching. I'm super into leadership and that kind of thing, man. And just from the reading and that kind of thing, what happens is all of us have this in us, but some people to a level where it truly is a wall that they can't get past until they get the right amount of help or until they figure out a coping mechanism. This is a badass song. I'm surprised he didn't win something for this. This is crazy. Let's go.
It's the pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear
Oh, you're breaking it down.
I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. I'ma fucking kill me, then let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Man, this is gonna be the longest video I have done. I can't help it. I have to. Man, it's a good Monday. This is just what I needed to get fired up for the week. What you see then is him combine and then he starts to address the presence of evil in all of us, the presence of evil since the beginning of time, the presence of the evil that exists that we have to be aware of, and that he's aware of. What you do is what you can see is those. It's like when you saw him do the right. It was that. It's almost like that spirit taking him over, or him combining the two and then speaking on the evil forces that exist. This is absolutely just on a whole nother level. This is some dope shit right here. Like, whoo, let's go.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor.
Man! So then we see him stand up out of the chair. The whole part of that where he came back in with the slow pick, now is his spirit to overcome. This is him standing up to the voice in his head and saying, I was created to withstand this type of testing. I was built to withstand the storm. I will overcome the things that are going on in my head, going on in my spirit. This is what I was built for. And I can. Man, this is crazy.
I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. that I won't retire. I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you. We're a climate different side.
Ferocious persistence.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Hey, first of all, let's address the song. There was nothing for me to say. When he's talking there, he's saying everything that needs to be said. And I'll recap a little bit. But first of all, let's say this. The talent, the song, the ability to write something like that in a conversational way, absolute genius. I don't know what rock I've been under. I don't know how I missed this. I don't know how this wasn't one of the most talked about pieces of music in whatever space or whenever it came out, and maybe it was, and I just was doing something else. But this is absolute genius. Period. If you like hip hop music, if you like, it doesn't even matter. This is musical therapy. This almost transcends just being considered music. This is help. Then after he does what he does with the song, then what happens is he shows the transparency and the desire to help somebody by admitting, hey, for years I dealt with my mental health and autoimmune disease, and here's what I figured out. There's no overcoming. What you have to do is develop the ability to understand that life is going to come with struggle, and being able to dance the dance of life during the struggle, knowing that the struggle is going to always exist, but finding a way to cope with that in a way that allows you to still love yourself and to be mentally okay. And he spoke about, man, and I can't even imagine what all came with that, especially figuring that out or having to start dealing with that or dealing with that heavy at 17 years old. Because there's so many other things that come along with being 17, man. 17, everybody's a wreck at 17. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you want, what you don't want, all of that. To deal with those kind of issues at that time, like I'm saying, and what he realized is the more he tried to confine it, the stricter he got, the harder it got. And then he learned to relax into what it actually was and give himself the space and the grace to deal with what he was dealing with. And that was how he was able to move forward. This right here is a masterpiece. Man, it just is. Look, somebody come out and tell me what else I need to hear, not only from Ren, but is he always like, I hate to say it's all his music that's powerful because that would be setting a ridiculous bar for the dude. But is he always this profound? Is his music this good? Tell me where else I need to go. And y'all already know now that I've heard that, I'm going out on my own and do a gang of digging. This right here, man, is a masterpiece. This is a masterclass right here on using music to do something bigger than music. Man, look. Hey, I'm sure I'm not the only person that this song affected like that, man. Y'all let me know what you think. Again, I gotta shout out, Leanne. Appreciate you. Definitely worth it, man. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all already know how to like and subscribe. I ain't gotta tell you that. Look, until the next time, man, holla at your boy.